Uh, First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for making it to this meeting today. You are really going to learn a lot. And I believe that whatever I'm going to share here today is going to impact your business and your life in one way or the other. Make up your mind that this is what you want. The money will come so easy. If the why is so strong, the how is simple. If your why, the reason why you want this is strong enough, then the house, whatever you'll do, whatever strategy you'll use, is going to be as easy as A, B, C, D. So just have a strong reason. Have a strong what? Make your team buy into the vision. And if they work, you see, if somebody is just new in business and you want to give them a plan on how they're going to qualify for this trip, they only need 300,000. Just go and see how they can make 300,000. How easy is that? Go look at our leadership structure, go look at our achiever structure and tell them, if you become a star affiliate for only 2 months, you'll have an extra 300,000. If you become a junior leader, you'll have an extra this amount of money. If you become an associate or an emerging associate for just 2 months, you're going to have this amount of money. If you make 2 people in your organization become associates or emerging associates, this month, you'll have an extra 300,000. The only thing you need to do is to send that money and you're already qualified. Let me tell you this. It won't make sense until that day of travel. I can tell you for sure, from wherever you will be, tears will be in your eyes. We'll send good photos. We'll have multiple iPhones. We'll post those good photos and we'll put those photos in the slides. So anytime you're seated just like a guest, you'll be inspired just like those guests. But imagine your photo is part of that. So I'm hoping up to this point, I've convinced you that you need to go to South Africa. Have I convinced you successfully? Thank you. Give me a round of applause. I hope now you're convinced. I'm good at convincing, right? Perfect. Now work, hata kama hujaanza, even if you don't have that money right now, start working for that money. If it's here and you transfer it here, how you're going to do it, it's not up to you. It's not up to you. It's going to be done. It's all about making up your mind and having it in your heart that this is what you want. And how you're going to do it is going to be figured out. Hello? Hello? Perfect. Now, I'm here today to talk about duplication and building leaders. Duplication is a core thing in our business. And I would like to say that duplication is our business. Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll absolutely get every single thing that you want. We are in a helping business. We are here to assist other people discover their dream. We are here to assist other people see the potential that is there for them. And the good thing about the system that we have established, the work of that system is very simple, to help people use their brain. Because I can tell you this, that most people have a big potential, most people have a big capability, their performance ability is high, their capacity is so huge, they have a high potential, but they don't want to explore that potential. Or at least they have not discovered that they have that potential. And our job is very simple, to just help them use only 1% more of their brain. And so don't think that duplication is rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's just small habits, something that you do in a smart way, but you repeat it consistently over a certain period of time. That's what brings in duplication. So what is to duplicate? To duplicate is simply to make a replica of who you are. So if you want to build other people, you need to become like that person first. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yes. So you cannot, if you have written a certain document and you want to produce such a document, what do? You copy and you paste. You copy and you do what? If you don't have any specific document and you want to make such a document, your job is very simple, to create that document first. True or not true? You want to write a book and that book does not exist. So if you want to produce multiple books, your job is to publish that book first. Write that story in that book first. Then you can have multiple of those books reproduced into multiple copies. That is simply what's called duplication. So you cannot duplicate what does not exist. It has to exist first. And so duplication starts with you. Tell your neighbor, duplication starts with you. Duplication starts with you. So if you're to build people, the first question is, who are you? Not by what you say, by what you do, by what other people see. Because they are actually very big talkers in this industry. They talk a lot, they say whatever they can do. Have you ever had somebody come into your organization and they talk a lot? There was one that appeared in Engineer Moses' team, came from another company. That's why I hate old networkers. Guys who have done networking in other companies are very hard to work with. Very, very hard. Those are the hardest people I could work with. Why? Because they come, they're very big talkers. They tell you, I want to do this, and you start investing money into them, start investing time into them, and what happens? They produce no results. So this guy would come and tell him, I'll bring 20 guests here. We call him to a meeting for him to teach us how to prospect and how to invite and how to do all these activities. And he said, Monday we'll have 50 guests in that room. Monday comes, 0. Monday says, I know what I'm doing, guys. Don't look at what happened today. On Friday, we'll have 50 guests, and the whole of these seats will be mine. None of your guests will get a seat in this room. Friday comes, he does nothing. His upline recognizes, maybe this guy does not have a suit. Let me buy him some suits. The upline goes to his pocket, buys the guy suits. Now the guy is good. So not true. And the guy says, thank you, upline. On Monday, you'll see whatever I'll do. That goes on and on, on and on. Now the guy says, no, you know what? I don't have guests in Nairobi. I have guests in Kisumu. Take me to Kisumu. Fare is paid. He goes to Kisumu. When he goes to Kisumu, is there any guest? 0. The guy finally quits. Finally, the guy quits. Because this guy is a big talker. Do you understand what I'm talking about? He talks a lot, but does nothing in return. So, as we said the last time, that is a monkey see monkey is not a monkey tell a monkey do business. It's a monkey see monkey. So they're going to do whatever you do. And this applies in all areas of life. All areas of life, beginning with character. So character is the first thing you must develop as a leader. The most important thing when it comes to leadership is not rank, is not position, is not being a good guy in public speaking, is not intelligence, is not competence, is not a skill in any area. The most important thing in leadership is character. And your character is whatever reflects and says who you are. After we see how your face looks like, the next thing we look is what's your character, who are you as a person, and in all areas. Yes, you may not have a good character as you begin, but let me tell you something you can develop. You can develop such character, you can reflect on yourself, you can look at the mirror and ask yourself, is this the person I want to be? Because as I said as we began, it's always you versus, you're not in a competition with anyone. It's you to improve yourself every single day. If I made $1 million last month, and this month I make 1.2, that's good for me. I'm improving. If you made 20,000 last month, and this month you make 45,000, you're also improving, probably almost at the same percentage as me. And so you wouldn't compare your results with mine. So character is the first thing. So improve your character in all areas. For me, I tell you guys that there's nothing that you do in darkness that won't come to light. So the things that you do thinking people won't know, your downlines won't recognize, ladies and gentlemen, it will be known. It will be known. It will come to light, even if you don't want it to come to light. So be very, very careful with the character that you have. Character is everything. After now you have good character, the heart is for the Lord, but the way you look is for the people. People will judge you according to how they see you. True or not true? The difference between a madman and a man who is not mad, a sane man, what's the difference? How they look. If today I don't come here well dressed and my hair is spiky and dirty and it's all dreadlocks, dirty of them, and my clothes don't look nice, what will be the difference between me and the madman? No difference. But if you take a madman right now and you clean them, give them good clothes, give them a good haircut, would you say they are madmen? Would you say that guy is a madman? No, that guy is absolutely very sane. So the difference between you and a madman is how you dress. So how do you dress? What do we see when we look at you? Because that's exactly what is going to be. People, that's exactly what people are going to see. And that's who exactly they want to become. So the question is, when they look at you, what do they see? Do they see the person they want to become like? Because I can tell you this, if God blessed you with 1,000 people who were just like you, exactly like you, what income, what kind of organization, what production, or what results will that organization produce? That's the main question. So just create who you are. Now, let me begin. Is this working? I hope not. Give me the next. Perfect. So the way to master leadership is to become one first. And as I said, in network marketing, people don't do what you tell them to do. They do what they see. They do what they see. It's a monkey see, monkey do business, not a monkey tell, monkey do business. 95% of the population in the world are followers. About 5% of them are observers. These are guys who are sitting on the sidelines and they are observing what other people are doing. And they're looking at the game. And their job is to sit on the sideline and talk about how the game is. It's only a very small percentage that are leaders. And you become a leader by choice. You become a leader by what? By choice. Most leaders are born. I can tell you that for sure. Naturally, leaders are born. But everybody has a leadership inside them. They only need to learn how to nurture it. You can become a leader right now by starting nurturing that leadership inside you. And it begins with the small things, by leading yourself. The best form of leadership is leadership by example. That is the best form of leadership. So if you can lead yourself, then you can lead the others. If you can take care of yourself, then you can take care of the others. I love a guy called Andy Elliott. How many of you know Andy Elliott? He says that if somebody comes to you and they look at your body and you're telling them you're going to take care of them, they first look at who you are. And the question is, if you can take care of you, then you can take care of me. Hello? So if you can lead you, then you can lead me. So if you step up and become a leader, I can tell you this, you can capitalize on that and you can walk away with the biggest checks in any industry. Just become a leader by leading yourself. Small, simple things. My shoes are dirty, so what should I do? Clean them. Hello? The office doesn't look nice. There's a problem in that place. What do? I get a solution. There's a problem going on in my organization. What do? I find a solution. Because some of you, you truly want to run away from your frustrations and disappointments. If you run away from them, you're never going to improve. You should face your frustrations, discipline your disappointments every single day. But if you run from them, you have no room for growth. It is through those disappointments, those frustrations, those challenges that you get to grow. And that's what that matters. Now, next. So let's talk about leadership. What are some of the qualities that I believe, they really matter when it comes to leadership? Because everything rises and falls in the ability to lead and influence others. It is through influence. There was a guy called, can't remember his name, but he said that one of the two skills that he thinks can really work for everybody, number one is selling, and number two is influence. If you can influence, then you can build an organization, then you can make money. You really need to influence. Now, these are some of the qualities that I think are very good when it comes to leadership. So everything rises and falls in the ability to lead and influence others. Everyone wants to have a leader within them for them to become successful. Bad news, that leader is not there. Have you heard somebody saying, maybe you've never said this, but have you heard somebody saying, I wish I was in so and so's team. I wish I was so and so was my upline. I wish I was under so and so's leadership. How many of you have heard somebody from other teams or from your own team say such a word? It's because Everybody is looking for a leader for them to become successful. And until you become that leader, you won't see any money in this damn business. At least you won't fish more. You can make an insignificant income or an extra income or a part-time income. But a full-time, six-figure income is never going to happen until you step up and become a leader. So the leader you're looking for to succeed is not there. So you need to become that, rise up and become that leader. People will only follow you if they see you as a better leader than themselves, including the people who you're presenting your opportunity to. If they find themselves better than you, if they see themselves having a better ability, better skill than you, they don't have any need of following you. And it is all round, not only by how you dress, but how you talk, the ideas you have, the person you are, the character that you are. Let me tell you something, people might not discover your character on the first day, but when they discover it, they're never going to want to engage yourself, to engage with you at any point. They will leave you and they will have a bad saying about you. Set the bar is so high. If you set a bar high, you'll attract other people. If you are a 10 over 10 leader, you'll attract a bunch of 8s and 7s. If you're a 5 over 10 leader, you'll attract a bunch of 1s and 2s. So you have to become a 10 over 10 leader for you to attract such leaders. And bars are set with the performance ability. They are set with what you do, your activity. They are set with the results that you get. Because let me tell you this, there's nobody who is coming to your team to do better than you. Everybody who comes here, they want to target what your target has been. And most times, if you target at the sun, you'll fall where? You'll land at the moon. So not true. So if you target the sun, you land at the moon. If the sun is you, where will they land? So if the bar you're setting is who you are, where are they going to land eventually? That's what you should consider. If they see anything is possible for you, they will believe it is also possible for them, even if their circumstances do not permit. Even if their circumstance is bad, even if they don't believe in themselves, and they hear your story, and they know that you can do it, and they saw you doing it, when it comes to all areas, character, integrity, all this, then they would want to do the same. Hello? Hello? Now give me the next one. I want to talk about something important here. Now these are some of the qualities I want to talk about. Your dream as a leader must be bigger than those who you lead. People who make money, people who are pretty successful, their difference with those who don't have anything to show, who don't have anything significant going on in their life, is the ability to dream big. You must have a dream big enough that it takes your breath away. And that dream must be growing each and every single day. Each and every single time, you must set that a bar of your dream so high that everybody wants to be like you, that everybody wants to be with you, because they believe if you can achieve A, they want to achieve B, and that will be okay with them. So your dream must be bigger than those who you lead. Your attitude must be superior than those who you lead. Attitude matters in every sector. Attitude is how you perceive things. Because it's not what happens to you, is whatever you do to what happens to you. 90% of that is 90% of life is that. 90% is whatever, or how you react to whatever happens to you. 10% is whatever happens to you. So your attitude must always be on check. You must always maintain a positive attitude. Any single negative thing about your company, your upline, your product, or any challenge that is within is going to be very contagious. And negative things are as contagious as positive ones. So any negative thing about your business is going to kill the whole organization. It can bring a whole organization to the ground. Hello? And here's a huge effect, a very huge effect. And let me warn you, these walls are listening. So never say something that you wouldn't want anybody in your organization to hear. Somebody goes into a corner and says, and slanders somebody else, and says, you see, I saw my upline doing this and that. I saw this guy doing this and that. You see, I saw these products, somebody took the product and they died. That one thing about that single product can bring the whole organization on to its feet. So never say anything. These words are listening. Always have a positive mindset. Challenges are always going to be there. It was not our fault. It was Adam's and Eve's fault. That's the setting of the world. You can unset it by going to a different world, or at least you would go to those people who set the world and ask them how they set this world. That's just a setting of this planet. The challenges are always going to be there. And it's not about the challenges that happen. It's about your perspective. It's about your attitude. It's about how you think with whatever is happening to you. Now, display a commitment to integrity and character. You must be committed to integrity and character. You must display that commitment. You might be in circumstances that will lead you not to have integrity. You must be in circumstances that will lead you to do something that morally is not okay, ethically is not okay. But if these people in your organization see you being committed to integrity, they're also going to follow the same thing, even if their circumstances do not permit. So give a commitment to integrity and character, because that will bring a lot of. You see, as I said, can you imagine the guys who I follow? I really respect them. They inspired me. They have good cars online. I see them posting their good Mercedes Benz, their good cars, their good vacations. But whenever I discover what they did to get that money, I'm totally uninspired. Hello? Hello? Somebody is doing well, is driving a very good car, living in a very good mansion, but I discover they have an OnlyFans account. So what happens to me? I get uninspired, because I definitely not want to have an OnlyFans account. But if a person is doing well, they have a good car, and I discover they are a good lawyer, I respect them. They inspire me. But even if you are achieving all this, and I discover that you do these fishy things that are not ethically or morally okay, at least in an African setting, me and the inspiration, me and following you, and follow you, and I never want to see anything about you. Anything that comes on my page about you, I click uninterested, so that this shit Instagram does not bring your photos again to me, because I don't want to see your face again. Hello? Do you understand what I'm talking about? So if the people in your team discover this guy is doing well, this guy has just bought a car, but they discover, oh, so this guy poached so and so. Oh, so this guy was not supposed to be in his team. He did this and this for him to have this guy in his organization. He did this and this for this guy to have this guy on his sparing side or on his sparing leg. Not inspired anymore. And they start calling you, this guy is lucky, or he just did something that was not okay, and that's how he is the way he is today. But hard work is very attractive. You see, being in the trenches and them seeing you build from the bottom is very attractive. And that's what inspires people to go for them, because you're displaying a successful work habit. You want to show them that for you to have these things, for you to achieve this kind of result, for you to achieve this kind of rank, for you to be in this kind of position, there is no cheat code. There's only one cheat code: hard work. There is only one thing that can make you, that has a guarantee to success. The guarantee to success is never miss a day in your life. Never miss a single day, because of two reasons. Number one, you can get lucky, and number two, there is always rewards for hard work. Luck sometimes happen, but you might miss that day that you are supposed to get lucky. So never miss a day. Hello? Perfect. Now let's talk about make a commitment to personal growth. Personal stagnation is a cause of decay and failure. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you stop growing, then you're dying. If you are ripe, then you are rotten. If a banana gets ripe, what is the next thing? It changes its color, then it starts rotting. True or not true? So you must remain green all the time. You must remain green all the time. And as I said, personal stagnation is a cause of decay and failure. Your leaders, people who are under your influence, they want to follow somebody who is growing in all their walks of life. In all areas, they want to follow you if you are growing. So are you growing in all areas? You want to see somebody who is growing. You want to see somebody who is improving. One thing that scares me the most is being the same person I was last year, is making the same income I made last year, is being at the same position I was last year. That thing scares me to hell. And I don't want to be in that same position. I want to keep improving in all walks of life. Remember, I'm not only talking about your income, I'm talking about personal development and personal growth. It happens, number one, personal growth is your mind, your body, and your soul. If you can take care of your mind, you can take care of your body, and you can take care of your soul, then everything else can be taken care of. Because if you can learn every day and improve your mind, if you can take care of your body and feel okay every single day, if you can take care of your spirit and how you feel and your soul, then everything else around you can fall into place. Now, persistence and determination. You should never ever give up, even after initial failure. You should never give up even after your initial failure. You see, our business is so amazing that things might not happen in your first year, second year, or your third year. But everything can happen in your fourth year. I've proven that. One thing might not happen in your first, second, or third year, but everything can happen in your fourth year. Because it happened to me. In one single year, I became top 20. Same year, gold executive. Same year, millionaire circle. Same year, car achiever. Only that same year. And so it's not possible. But it took me 3 years to get to see those results in that single year. Hello? Hello? So never give up even after your initial failure. But then, let me tell you this. You must not give up. You must not even have time to think about giving up because you're seriously working on the next step. Because if you feel like giving up, it means that you are so lazy. It means that you have so much time that you even have time to think about giving up. So you should not have time to think about giving up because you are seriously in the trenches and you want to produce results and you want to go to the next step and the next step. So you must find a solution in every problem, under, over, and through any problem that you encounter. And that's what defines true leadership. True leadership is defined by a person who can find solutions under, through, and above any problem that comes to them. So a problem is simply a challenge, and we only grow through challenges. That's why they give you exams after a certain class. You cannot go from one level to the next level if you don't have exams. For you to go to the next class, they give you an end of year exam. And if you pass that exam, then you're qualified to the next level. Challenges, problems is the kind of exams that you get when it comes to your life. So if you want to go to the next level, just accept the next challenges. So if you pray for the next level, God gives you a challenge. And you have to hit that challenge for you to go to the next level. If you fail that challenge, you remain at the same level. So you need to keep hitting these challenges day in, day out. Hello? And as I said, if they see that my leader had this kind of challenge and he was able to go through that challenge, what happens to them? They believe that if somebody else, if my leader who I follow went through this challenge and they were able to surpass and go over this challenge, then it's absolutely going to be possible for me. Hello? Perfect. So I've talked about some qualities of leadership. If you can become this, if you can follow just some of them, you see I can talk about leadership for 20, 30 hours, but I don't want us to go into there. Let me talk about duplication. Give me the next one, if possible. Good. Now, what should you do in your organization intentionally? The first thing, you need to raise productive distributors. If you raise productive distributors, this will create the biggest business growth. Don't be a person who attracts lazy people who have procrastination as part of their body part. Procrastination is just part of them. They just like to procrastinate. They're just in love with procrastination. They're just in love with laziness. Attract real producers. by becoming one first. Bad news. Attract real producers by becoming. Don't accept to have an organization of flower boys and flower girls. People who just come to the office to show you how beautiful they are, how cute they are today, how cute their hair looks today. No, we don't care about that. How many sign-ups do you have? That's what we care. Because does the company pay you by how cute or beautiful you look? Yeah? It pays you by what we bring. It doesn't matter how you got that sign up. It doesn't matter who you are, what your face looks like. Your face will appear on a global ambassador poster, even if you have an ugly face. It's not true. So it means they recognize one thing: production. They recognize what? And suddenly, somebody becomes so pretty when they have money. I don't know how that works, but it works. You suddenly become beautiful. You suddenly start looking good. You started getting attention, even if you're not getting, because you have what? Now, men, let me talk to you a little bit. Have you ever approached a lady and what they say next is you are harassing them? You're only harassing them because you have nothing. If somebody more powerful with more money approaches them, that won't be harassment anymore. Hello? So what is the difference? Production. The difference is who you are. The difference is what you have. Hello? That's the difference between harassment and okay, have my number. Tumeelewana? Next thing is you lead, they follow, then they lead. You lead, they follow, then they, because people always tend to think that whatever you are doing, whoever you are, how you look is what is producing the results that you have. People tend to think that way all the time, that this guy is probably successful because of the shoes he's wearing. So I'll try and wear that shoe and see if I'm going to be as successful as he is. It happens that way. If you see somebody who is super successful and you see them drinking this kind of water, you don't believe that this guy is super successful because they're drinking this cup of water. Hello? Let me give an example. There's one time that Cristiano went into an interview. On the table, there was Coca-Cola and water. He took Coca-Cola and put it under the table and remained with water. That thing dropped Coca-Cola's sales by almost 10%. By just doing that, what happened? Everybody saw that and said, this guy is a leader. And if he doesn't want this, I don't want it too. And today, everything he says is aqua, water. Anything he sells is, anything he promotes is aqua, which is water. So you are this guy, they can see you with a sign up, they can see you making this six-figure income. So whatever you are doing, whatever you're demonstrating is whatever they're going to do, absolutely. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you guys hear? Can you read my mind? So they tend to believe that way. There's a time, let me give you a story. When I began, my grand upline was a real copy paster. Do you see a guy who is very good at copy pasting? He was very good at that. So one day I wanted to keep such hair. You see, I didn't want to, to shave the hair, and I wanted to keep it. And he told me, one day he came and he said, "Ushaiona Moses na nywele hiyo yako?" Akaniambia, nikamwambia no. And he just said that word. And when I went home, I thought about it. And trust me, when I went to sit in a barber shop, I told that guy, do like this. I showed him a picture of Moses this way. This guy's hairstyle is probably what is making him a top earner. So I want to get the same hairstyle. Hello? So what is your habit? How do you look? Because when leaders get to the top, now they start calling themselves CEO in jeans. Have you ever heard that? Somebody saying that? Sasa anakuja na short na slippers, anaingia pale Caxton. Your people, we'd want you to do the same. They don't want to go in that office with a slippers and a short, because they tend to believe that this is what is making this guy successful. Hello? So either you're a top earner, either you're earning millions or not, just demonstrate successful work habits. Then, lead by example. There is no one in your team who should do better than you. No one. Don't accept it. Because if they discover, oh, so I've done better than my upline, they start slowing down. If they discover they have even done more recruits than you, they start slowing down. Why? Because you are the bar and they already hit the bar. You are the goal and they already hit the goal. So what is the need of them keeping on working hard while they already hit their goal, which their goal was to be exactly like you? So you need to outwork them, outspace them, outproduce them, and outdo them in every way you can. Because if you do that, they will want to put on their running shoes and go into the track with you. That's what happens. So check at the bar that you're setting for your team. Beginning with achievement. Have you ever been an affiliate in any single month? Yes. If so, go to the next one. Have you ever been a star affiliate? Some of you have never even appeared in the Get 3, Get 4, Get 5 challenge. You have never appeared there. And expecting somebody to appear there in your team, that's a dream. And probably you should wake up from that dream because you are seriously asleep. So wake up from that dream. Challenge yourself, because if you can challenge yourself and they can see your name on that list, they would also want to challenge you. Something that my mentor one day told me that your team produces 3 times more than you do. So if you can do 1, they will do 3. If you can do 4, they will do 12. If you can do 5, they will do 15. So one of the best ways to improve your income is to go and you first demonstrate whatever it means to outdo, to outwork, and to become better. Now, start being responsible for all your actions, including how you treat your new partners as they come into your business. They need help, they need guidance. Reach out and be a helper. I want you to know that the people who come in your team, they absolutely know nothing. Some of them get demotivated by life every single day. You need to go there and you need to help them and guide them. So if you don't want to guide them, then why did God give them to you at first? The reason why some of you get stagnant with your business and with your team from growing is because God gave you 2 people, you weren't able to take care of them, and you went seriously to bed to go and get pregnant again while you still have 2 babies to take care of. Hello? Can that be possible? So if you already have 2 babies, prove to God that I can take care of these 2 babies, so I want to get another baby. Hello? So some of you get a new baby today, and what happens to you? You go back to your bedroom to go try get another one. Is it true? And you keep doing that, and you keep doing that all the time, and what happens? Your babies keep dying. And you don't have a grown baby ever in your life. I'm talking about your team. I'm talking about the new people who come into your organization. That's who I'm talking about. So take care of them. If you've proven to God that you can take care of 4 or 5 people, He can trust you with 20 people. Because let me tell you, some of you are gambling with other people's lives. And that doesn't please Him. From wherever He is, it doesn't please Him. And He wouldn't want to give you another person. He gave you one, you stole their package, you remove products from their package, they called you, you ignored them, you started ghosting them. You see ghosting. Started ghosting them, immediately they paid. And what happened? Now you're struggling with even getting a sign-up. And you're complaining, my team is not doing, my team is not. You are not. If Maina was here, he would say, the mountain is you. The mountain is who? The mountain is you. Now, start being responsible. If you have a responsible person in your organization and you don't take care of them, they will finally leave. You're only looking for these 3 qualities in a person. Number 1, they must be hungry. Number 2, they must be coachable and teachable. And number 3, they must have a desire. If you have somebody who has a desire, somebody who is committed, it means they're very hungry, and somebody who is coachable and teachable. That's the person you need in your organization. So if you don't reach out to that person, they will finally quit. And let me tell you this, you can never discover if somebody is teachable, coachable, hungry, or they have a huge desire on your first day of them making payment The first proof that this person is very good is because they paid. They took their 29,000 or their money and they paid into your business. So they showed you they are committed, not interested. They didn't tell you, pay for me. They didn't complain. They just took their money, they paid, and they trusted you. They trusted that you're going to lead them. They trusted on your mentorship. They trusted on your leadership. The next thing is you call them in the morning, come to this training, and they show up. This guy shows that he has a desire and is committed. So if you don't reach out to them and start guiding them, you will eventually lose them. So you do your part and let God do the rest. Some of them, sometimes, even me, I get demotivated sometimes. Even me, I need some tips sometimes. Even me, I need somebody to talk to me sometimes. Even all these, they need someone to talk to them and tell them you can do it, it can be done, you just go for it. They need a certain kind of talk for them to keep their fire burning. Just like a big fire blaze, just like a big flame. It needs firewood inside it every single time. True, not true? You too, you need that. That's why you are here right now. To add more fuel so you can keep moving. They also need the same. I learned this from a recent leader in my team, who I'm actually very proud of. He actually appeared in the top 50 list. He was actually top 23 in BSc. That is Mr. Amos Nganga. Is he here right now? Let's give him a round of applause. You see, this guy joined my team and he was working at a car wash. And I told him, you only need 3 months and you leave this car wash. And I wanted to prove to me that you can leave it by just making 30,000 in any single month of these the first 3 months. But around him, there were a lot of ignorant people. There were a lot of people who he saw as rich and he respected. And when he started posting things on his status, customers used to come to his car wash and used to, talk shit about the business and tell him, I've done those things, I've done those businesses, they don't work, I also lost money, so don't waste your time there, you keep doing your job. And I could see this guy that is not showing up to meetings anymore. He's not sending me messages as he used to anymore. But only 20 minutes of me talking to him over the phone changes everything. I tell him, you know what, you ignore them. At the end of the day, there's a guy, very good gentleman, comes there with a very good car, a Mark X. He respects that guy. But he thinks, that guy, I need to listen to this guy. He has a Mark X, so I should listen to him. And this guy tells him, you just concentrate with your job. Those things are going to waste your time. I was also told the same. Somebody sent me to deliver a product in a certain mama, just around town. And that mama asked me, wewe pia unafanya hiyo kitu? Nikamwambia yes. Kama utawaste time yako. Akaniuliza unafanya nini? Sasa nikamwambia nilikuwa student. Akaniambia usiwaste time yako hapo. Watu wanataka kukutumia, waunde pesa, alafu wakuache hapo. And my belief was so huge. So the only thing I needed to do is to come to a training, listen to a successful success story, and keep moving forward. So I talked to this guy, and he reveals to me that upline for sure, I was to block you in the evening. But you talked to me and everything changed. And I knew that was a secret. So I kept talking to him. I kept encouraging him. I didn't teach him how to prospect. I didn't teach him how to invite. He learned it by himself by just discovering who he was and what he needs to go for. And let me tell you this. The month he quit his job, he made 40,000 and went to Diani on a paid vacation. He paid it himself. Why? Believe. Why? I was there to emotionally assist them. And emotional support is needed in all areas. I was in the gym right now, just a few minutes. And I needed somebody to tell me, go, you can do it. No, easy, lightweight. And if somebody tells me that, I can feel some lightweight. I can feel it's now easy. You understand? But if no one was there, I would just give up. And I'm like, I've even done much. Let me go home. I just give myself an excuse to stop this. But if somebody is there, Joseph, it's just in your mind. Do it. I'm like, yeah, I know it's in my mind. And I lift even heavier. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's what they need. That's what they need. And if you can ignore them, you don't give them such guidance, they will leave. First of all, if you have ladies in your team, men at least can go hard on themselves sometimes. But ladies, they can just leave because somebody told them this. And that will be it. You cannot see your downline ladies crying, but they cry. They do that in their bed and their pillow. They go and they say, shit, this thing is not working. I have my rent, I have this to pay, quit school, and it's so hard on them. Can you imagine if you are in a relationship with someone and they don't talk to you for 3 months? Are you still in one? You are alone, probably. True or not true? That's how your downlines feel now. You see how you feel? That's how they feel. They need constant communication. And massive communication is equals to massive income in the business. Hello? Brand Karuta says this, that he says that every week, not even every day, he takes random contacts out of his downline. He just chooses these contacts randomly, and he just calls them. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Is everything okay? How is business? How is your experience so far? How far are you with your business? How is this? How is this? Just asking random questions, and they're like, wow, my upline just called. I need to do this. That's how I used to feel when I first received a call from Engineer Moses. I'm like, shit. Huyu jamaa amenipigia simu. Hii kitu lazima nifanye. So can you imagine one day him seeing in my status, Joseph left. I don't want him to see that. And so I keep moving one more day until I see some results. And when I see some results, now I stop believing in his belief and my own kicks in. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So constant communication. People are going to stay where they feel significant and where they feel, I'm a big part of this business. I'm a part of this organization. We all have an urge for significance, and it's very important. Now, if you have, I've talked about, so pay attention. Paying attention, it means that you must be present. You must pay attention to the people in your organization. You must see who they are. And one thing that builds relationships, I've talked about these things, is called empathy. Being in another person's what? Shoes. Somebody's not coming to the office. Find out why first. Don't just call them and you are lazy, you have done this, you don't. No. So be a helper and be. So willingness is very important. You having a willingness to assist them. So you must be willing. You must pay attention. You must be present. Some of you are not just willing to help them, but some of you are just lazy not to help them. You feel it's a burden, you feel they're disturbing you. That's why you get paid, lad. That's why you get paid. Do you understand? You get paid because you solve problems, and you must wake up every day looking for these problems to solve. So how many of you have a downline who you are really getting tired of? You're really getting tired of this person. This person is some pain in your, and you really want to get rid of this guy. You understand? But that's why you will make money. Hello? Do you understand? And also some of you can confess that you are very stubborn with your upline. And today you are grateful that they were able to take that in and understand you. Is it true? Is it true? That some of you truly believe that you are very stubborn, you didn't want to do this, but because your upline kept on following up on you and they kept on, teaching you this and telling you this and talking still to you and still believing that you can do it, that's why you're here today. Give me the next one, please. So, solutions to the mistakes that most people do. So these are solutions I'm giving you to the mistakes that I've recognized that these are some of the things that most people do when it comes to their business. Number one, invest heavily in your mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. Invest where? In your mind. I don't like reading books, I can tell you that. But if that is what is going to bring me $1 million in my bank account, I'll read 20 of them. I'll go get them. I'll summarize them every single time. Hello? So become a big reader, become a big listener. Listen to things that can empower you, can show you, can teach you. Listen to all these things and invest heavily in your mind. So the biggest asset that you have is in yourself. So invest in yourself, your mind, your body, and your soul. The more you are, the more you can be. The better you get, the easier it becomes. The more you are, the more you are, the more you are, the more you can be. And the better you can get, the easier it becomes. Look at these engines. You're the first engine as a human being. The second engine is a bicycle. It's an engine. The third engine is a motorcycle's engine. The fourth engine is a car's engine, and that engine is an aeroplane's engine. If you're told to choose any of these engines for you to go with them to your destination, let's say Mombasa, which engine would you choose? Plane. Why would you choose a plane? It can move faster. Why can it move faster? Because it's more powerful. It's more what? So the aeroplane engine is powerful than a car. The car's engine is powerful than a motorcycle. A motorcycle's engine is powerful than a bicycle's engine. And a bicycle is powerful than your own engine, than your own legs. So we say knowledge is potential. Knowledge is potential. So the power of your engine, the power of your mind is being powered by the knowledge you have. So if you have a knowledge in a certain topic or in a certain, in a certain area, if you have knowledge in a certain skill, the more easier you can execute. And this story that is given, one day there was this engineer who was repairing a ship. You know ships, eh? You know ships. So there's this ship that couldn't move. And they tried to get everybody. They brought the biggest engineers in the country, and they told them this engine has a problem. So they checked out the engine and they could not get the problem. And they kept from the next engineer, paying them money. And eventually they got to this guy, and they asked this guy to come and repair this engine. So the guy came, he looked at the whole engine, and he told them, "Bring me a hammer." He took the hammer and he hit something, and the engine started moving. And he asked them to pay him $3 million. And he told them, "You used a $10 hammer to do your job, and he asked you for $3 million." And they told him, "Yes. Why? You're not paying for what I've done. You're paying for how much time I've invested in my knowledge." Because after analyzing this engine for a few minutes, I could recognize where the real problem is. You called people, you paid them cheaply, and they're not able to solve the problem. Why? Because they do not have an experience. And so your experience is the biggest asset. And one thing, you'll never be above anybody is somebody who has much experience. If I've been here for 5 years and you just came in and you have read 30 books and I've read 20 books, it's okay you have read 30. It's okay you might have more knowledge, but I am wiser than you. Why? Because I have an experience. I have a better experience than you. And experience is not gotten by time. Experience is gotten by involving yourself, because it's called an experience. It means being present when the events and when the situations and when all these things happen. So being present in the events brings you the experience, makes you have that wisdom and experience. So start operating immediately. So ignore your downlines at your own financial peril. Ignore them if you want to die. Then start operating immediately. The number of no-shows is directly proportional to the lack of immediate guidance on training you provide and you distribute in the first 24 to 48 hours of you enrolling them. The most crucial time of this new person in your organization, this new leader in your team, is 24 to 48 hours. For me, I took it further and I decided I'm going to spend 7 days, every single day, at least an hour or two with my new downline for consistently first 7 days, because I want to connect with them. I want them to leave all the other bad relationships she or he was in, and I want me to connect with him. And the best thing you can give your new recruit is not the next recruit, is your time. Is your what? Time. Doesn't matter how rich you are. In a relationship, if you don't give somebody your time, what happens? They leave. So not true. They leave. Elon Musk has about 12 children. True, not true? He has been in multiple relationships. Why would you leave Elon with all this money? Ladies, why would you leave this guy? Time. Hello? What? Time. Same thing happens to them. No matter how big you are or how good you are, how skilled you are, how much money you have, if you can't give your team time, they leave, even if you inspire them big time. Now, start operating immediately. Immediate effect brings a lot of impact to your organization. They're going to stay depending on how much you're going to spend the first 24 to 48 hours with them. Take it further and do like me, spend 7 days with them consistently. Because in their first week, a lot of fights happen in their brain. Like, do I do this? Did I make a good mistake? Did I make a good decision? Is this what I want to do? Am I really going to do this? And they do a lot of research. So you don't keep them busy. You don't keep talking to them every single day. You see, they might find a certain, word or a certain situation that discourages them. But immediately, they remember what you told them during a meeting in the morning. They say, yes, my plan told me this is going to happen. So it has happened. So I am okay with it. But if strange things happen and they don't know these strange things up front, they're willing to quit and leave you. Sponsoring is the beginning of a sale. Your new rep aren't sold yet after you signing up. So if you neglect them, you're not an actual sponsor. So if you just got a new leader in your team, let me tell you, they are not yet sold. They are not yet sold. You have to sell again. Because they paid, they bought a package and they got started, that doesn't mean they are sold. You need to sell them. What do you need to sell them? Their dream to them. Sell them their own dream to them, because if they have a strong reason, then they will stay. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand? Perfect. So if you ignore them and neglect them, then you're not an actual sponsor. You just recruited them. So don't assume they know anything until you teach them. So never assume your new downline knows anything if you have never taught them. Some of you assume your new leader knows how to prospect. You assume they know how to invite. You assume they know how to present. Have you taught them? They attended at a presentation training, they attended this training. That doesn't mean they know. Repetition is a mother of all skills. Repeat to them again. Keep reminding them. This is how presentation is done. Because some of you, have you been in this situation like me? There is this certain training that you have done it consistently for a very long time until you feel that everybody in your team now knows that training. And anytime you find that training and you see it, you say, I won't teach this. I've taught this so many times. You have done it so many times, but they have not heard it enough times. So go and repeat it again, because repetition is the mother of all. There's nothing you can do. For them to be interested listening to the same training, just change the color of your slides. And when it looks now good, he has good ideas. But if the same color, they're like, we have seen this, and they stop listening. They block their mind. It's human psychology. Now, show the work. This is the red pill. You see, Morpheus gives you a blue pill and a red pill. True or not true? In the movie The Matrix. And when he gives you these two things, and you either have to choose the red or the blue pill. The red pill in our business that most people don't want to show people is the work. You want to try and do everything for them. You want to try and show them it's easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, just first to people, and that is done. The earlier they know, it's going to be a roller coaster, up and down. The earlier they make a decision if they want to be in the roller coaster with you. Some of you want to hide. It's not needed. You just come to the trainings and all will be okay. It's not just, no. They come to the trainings, but still they have to invite. But still they have to present. But still they have to show more people the opportunity. But still they have to keep their shop open. Hello? So you have to give them the red pill. And the red pill is, it's network marketing, not net play, not net sleep, not net come to training marketing, not Netflix marketing. Is network marketing. Be courageous and issue statements of command. This might sound not okay to some of you. So it's telling me to issue statements of command. Remember, you are their leader. You are leading a battalion. You are a general in an army. Do generals tell their army, you can do whatever you want? Do they tell them that? Do generals in a mission tell their army, you can come if you want, you can shoot if you want? No. They tell them what? Take it. You have a clear shot, take it, and it's a command. If you don't do it, you face the consequences. Hello? But don't make it look like a command. That is a trick. suggest. And most importantly, let that come from them. These are a good example. Just if they're not dressing well and you want them to dress properly, just ask them, so and so, do you think if your new prospect came today, they would want to listen to you? And they reply, yes or no. No. Why? You're such an amazing gentleman. You see applying my shoes, you see applying my coat. Oh, so you recognize you have a problem. Oh, now what you need to do, go do this and this, change this and now that suggestion came from them. You really wanted them to say that, and you wanted to hear if they are really recognizing who they are, if they're really recognizing that they have a problem at this sector, and if they can recognize that, that's the first step of change. So if they can recognize they have a problem in this sector, then they can change. Monitor their actions and ask questions. Monitor whatever they are doing and ask them, why did you decide to do this? Why was this really important? Why did you take this action? And if you can ask them important questions and you can question their actions and you can question their, whatever they are doing, it really feels to them that you care. Hello? It feels to them that it's a human being. It also happens to me. When I'm doing something and I'm like, nobody is correcting me. But if somebody really did, I would have stopped. But nobody is there to correct me. But if somebody really told me, Joseph, don't do this, I would really have stopped. But because nobody is there, I'm like, then it looks like a good thing. So let me continue. Hello? So one day they come with very bad-looking pants in the office, and they go home. You haven't talked to them about it. They're like, can we eat tomorrow? But if you just tell them, hey, kiongozi, hey, leo kunaenda aje? They're like, so it's bad. I knew it's bad in the morning, but I was like, I'm my own boss. Do you understand? But now you recognize it and you help them make a change. Give me the next one, please. Now, next. So these are the steps that you need to take. And new recruiters joined. This is what you do. The first step, validate their decision. You can say something like this. I am proud of you for taking charge of your life. From now on, things are going to be different for you and for your family. I'm so excited that you did not only join this amazing industry of network marketing, but you joined our team. You are a champion and you got everything in you to go on and become a superstar. My support is fully guaranteed. You see, nobody forgets that first message you sent them. They even take a screenshot and keep the message. You understand? Guys, we are dealing with emotional beings. We are dealing with people who are influenced by a decision they can make by just a simple thing, but just a simple words. Just send them this, immediately they join. I can show you how to do this. Somebody is added in your group and you want this guy to stay. Do you know what you do? Just send them this message. That day they join. I learned this from Dr. Ronald Lagat. He used to text everybody who joins the team that day and tell them, hey, how are you? I'm your upline Ronald. How is everything? And that's why he has been able to retain his team even after most of his direct sponsored people quit the business, because he's in touch with the depth of his organization. So be in touch with that depth of your organization. Next, number two step that you need to do after validating their decision, set proper expectations. You need to tell them this, that if you will succeed in this business, it's going to be you who creates that success, not me. And if you fail in this business, it's going to be you who creates that failure and not me. You're going to be the difference between success and failure. The moment they know that the X factor in success is actually them, they start now asking themselves this question: am I good enough? Do I think I can do this? And now it's your job to help them realize that they can do this and they can become better. So I'm here to guide you every step of the way, but you can't do it, but I can't do it for you. I'll repeat. I'm here to guide you in every step of the way, but I can't do it for you. I'm here to work with you, but not for you. They need to build a business themselves. You don't need to build a business, but you're going to be a resource. But you could not do it for them. There will be ups and downs as you build your business. There will be good times and bad times. And this is a simple training. Just do for them initial planning orientation. Do you have that slide? Do you have those notes? Simple. It's not a must that you say it the way it's written here. Some of you might say it this way, and tomorrow they leave the group that same night. Know who they are and know how to say the same words, but using a different language. Say the same message, but now using a different language, or you're using a different story. Hello? The best way you can do this, by the way, is sharing a story. Your own story, or you can introduce them to a third party who can share their story on that specific topic that you want them to understand. If I wanted somebody in my team to understand that they need to take responsibility, I would go and introduce them to somebody who has a story of them not taking responsibility over a period of time, and when they took responsibility, they got results. Like our upline story, he said that he did a business for some time, and when there was no result, he actually quit and went home. But he saw in the group that there were people who were making money. He saw Andrew Mtana sending messages. He saw somebody who made 30,000 that same day. And when he came back from Ushago to Nairobi, he went to the office and started doing the business because he had what? Stories. And so when somebody hears that story, I did not do this, I quit for some time, but when I came back and made a decision, now this happened. It becomes easier and better. So a tip for you, share a story. It may not be your own, but somebody else's story, or introduce them to a third party who can share with them that specific story. Hello? Are you there? Are you with me? Perfect. Give me the third step. That step is go through the getting started checklist. Go through the getting started checklist. Explain their plan clearly, how to use their products, and set them with the appropriate tools. Some of you even fear telling your new person in the organization that this notebook is not proper. Go get a better notebook. And say them immediately, go to that supermarket, buy a notebook and come back. Then you will continue. They come to you with a spiral one, and you say, get another one tomorrow, but it's okay, we can continue. No, that's not how they will succeed. It's not an easy journey. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. They're going to be beaten on their face. And so they need to be ready for that. You need to armor them with the proper tools and the proper expectations. So mentally and physically. Hello? Just like military. They get prepared in their mind, and because they are motivated and they are inspired, now do they go just go to war? No, they are given tools, clothing, they are given ammunition, and they are told, you're inspired. But the inspiration won't bring any results if you don't have these tools. Hello? There was this guy from Tanzania, was called the Majimaji Rebellion. Do you remember the Majimaji Rebellion? He was called Kinje Kitile Ngwale. He told his people that if they smear wheat on their body, there is no gun that can go through their body. And they went to war. So he set them mentally, but the tools that he gave these people, so they were motivated. Believe we are all in with this wheat, and they go into war. What happened to them? They're all killed. So after he set their mind, they need to have proper ammunition to go and fight now. Sawa. Good. So this includes recommending books to them, telling them go watch this video, getting them a flash, getting them the 5 videos, getting them success story in their flash, so they go and plug that thing in their TV and they can watch. That's what I did actually. I said, do you have a flash? Yes, bring it. I went, plugged the flash in my PC, put all the success stories there, and told him, go and watch this the whole night. So instead of movies, now he can watch Carlo Bonaventura. He can watch his personal success story. What happens the next day? Upline, I got a sign up. Perfect. You have believed, and now you have proper tools. Hello? Perfect. Give me the next one. Number 4 is create a game plan. Create a what? It's a race to help them get results very quickly. You see, $1 can keep them stay in your business for 90 days. Just 100 bob. They just earn 100 bob. They can stay for the next 90 days. So when they make money, let them link their bank account, let them encash their money. Let them see that 6,000 in their hands. And even before you do that, when they make that money, congratulate them as if they're the first person to make that money in the entire of this planet. Be happy, like post them and congratulate them in all the groups as if it has never happened. She was the first person to do it, or he was the first person to do it. To make them feel okay, and they would want to. You see, people do whatever you congratulate, whatever you appreciate, whatever you recognize. They do more of whatever you recognize. So if you can recognize good dress code, they will want to buy another suit. If you can recognize new sign up, they want to get another sign up. If you can recognize income, they want to get another income. Do you understand? Perfect. Now, find out what they want to accomplish by when. Then help them create a game plan to get wherever they are looking for. The fact that if someone is earning $300 to $500 in a month in their first few months, you will keep them automatically. If someone is earning $300 to $500 in a month in their first few months, you'll keep them. That's a fact. So just get somebody in your team to make 30K a month. Just 30,000 shillings. Make them to an income of 30,000 shillings. And you will see they will stay by themselves. They might not make it consistently, but that 1 month that they made 30,000 is enough to keep them there because they want to try to make that money again, even next time. So that's our next. So step 5, give some specific assignments with a deadline. You need to give them assignments. You need to tell them what to do. Most people want to be regimented. Most people, they're going to build this after good regimentation. So what happens? They want to be told whatever they need to do. They want to have some task, in front of their table, that today you need to accomplish this. Before the end of the day, accomplish this. So this will help them get over the success line. Focus on what brings money in. What brings money in? The income producing activity. What is that? Talking to prospects. So let them give them assignments that leads them to talking to prospects. It can be an A activity or a B activity. A B activity is what brings the A activity. It's important because it forces the A activity, or it initiates the A activity. And the A activity is talking to what? Talking to prospects. Monitor how they do it and advise them accordingly. Congratulate and correct when necessary. You applause in public and you correct in private. So in such a meeting, applause people. When you have something to correct them, call them outside, or when in private, and correct them. Can you imagine if I just corrected somebody here, when all of you are here, people will be like, they will feel bad about themselves. But when you're applauding them, applause them in front of everybody. Hello? Perfect. So if they are making a mistake, correct it. If they are doing well, congratulate them for them doing that. If you want people to do PMA in your team, what do? Praise PMA. Congratulate those who are doing it. And you'll get more people, because recognition, we say babies cry for it and men die for it. So they will die for such kind of recognition. Next, number 6, plug them into training. Plug them into what? Now you need to plug them into the system. Very important. People are unlikely to do anything if they don't have a clue about how to do it. They might want to do it, but you didn't say it is correct for them to do that. But if you said, they'll be like, I wanted to actually to do this, but now that upline has said it, I know I'm going to do this one. So plug them into how to train. Do you know the how to training? How to do this, how to present. Because if you never taught them how to do the things, how are they going to know how to do them? So plug them in such a training. You may not be the one who is doing it, but begin by you doing it first. Then now you can plug them into a team training that teaches that specific skill. Then, so training, plug them into the how to training, and the odds of their succeeding will be better. Teach them how to talk to people, how to present, what tools to use, and what resources that are available for them. Tell them these resources available for you. There's this video you can use to send for presentation. There's this kind of slides. There's this kind of photos you can use for presentation. There's a presentation kit that you can use for a physical one-on-one. So introduce them to tools, show them how to use the tools, and teach them how you use the tools to create your own story and your own success. Importantly, always share stories with them. Give me the next one. Number 7, which I hope is one of the last things. Get their top 10 list. They write a list of maybe 150 people or 50 people, but get their top 10, their hot market, get it. So one market always cooks and it always will. It always works. One market always works and will always will. That's how this business model came into being. We were not, this business model, it was not meant for you to go and approach strangers. It was meant for you to buy a product, go sell it to your close people, and those close people will sell it to their close people, and those close people will sell it to their close people. That's how you stay never to run out of leads. By just taking their top 10, you have 100, talk to the 100, get their top 10. Top 10, recruit 3. From these 3, they each have 100. Take their 100, sponsor them, get 10, get 3 each. You have 9. These 9, teach the first 3 how to do whatever you're doing. And the leg will continue, and the genealogy will keep growing and growing every single time. So if they want to be talking to their own market, you need to question their integrity, commitment, their beliefs around the business. Maybe they're not approaching these guys because they might have been involved in a certain scam before, and they drag their people into this scam, and they lost their money, so they don't want to approach them again. But there's a proper way to approach them. I won't teach it today, but it's 2 things. Number 1 is called appeal of humility, or number 2, recommendation. I'm not going to share that today, but go and research about it. So work with the top 10, their top 10 center of influence. Everybody has a center of influence. Everybody has this guy who does whatever they are doing, even if they don't know what they are doing, and they can get up to 10. If you recruit a person and they're married, their wife is in their top 10 list, they are part of their center of influence. True or not true? Simple. They don't need to do a perfect presentation. They need to tell their wife, tomorrow we're going to a meeting, come with 29,000. Is it true? Perfect. Someone doesn't need to tell their son that this is a good thing. No, they don't need to tell, son, come here, I want to see you tomorrow. I have an important person who is coming over for a certain business meeting. You just come, and remember to come with your ATM. You understand? Perfect. Next. The 8th thing is check with them regularly. I've already talked about this. Teach them these 3 words. You call. Let them be comfortable that anything you need, call me. Anything you want, call me, and I will solve it. Just tell them, you have a problem, call me. For me, I don't ask them to text me. I ask them to do what? Remember, it's not text me. It's not drop me a message. It's what? Call me. You have a problem, call me. Because if they are free to call you as an upline, even if they are having bad moods or they are having this problem, they'll be free to call you, and you can be able to solve that problem. Then keep an eye on where your teammates are and whatever they are doing. If there's something that I know and I like doing, is keeping them being my friends. So whatever I'm doing, whatever recreation I'm doing, it becomes part of their recreation. So it comes to December, I already have plans for them. You know, the 25-year plans out, so nobody's going to Shago because you have this amazing party. And I make it look so amazing that everybody wants to be there. Because I know they go home and their negative mother talks to them, they come back with bad energy in January. You understand? And most people lose their teams during December holidays and during election time. You see the election time, you lose them. Stay close to them. Plan things, plan trips, plan eat outs, go have dinners. How all these things, go swimming. You're going to bond and connect with them effectively. You understand? Such a way, if somebody wants to leave the group, the question will be, now I'll never go to those dinners. Now I'll never go to that swimming pool. Now I'll never go to those vacations. Now I'll never go and have a breakfast with. Now I'll never go eat pizza day. They'll be like, no, I'm staying for the next pizza day. That's what kept me. I stayed in the business because on Tuesday, there was a pizza day. So I only stayed because I wanted to eat pizza on Tuesday. And when that Tuesday came, I stayed because there was another pizza on Thursday. And when Thursday came, I wanted to stay because there was a team building on Monday or on Saturday. Saturday comes and I want to stay because they're going to a swimming pool next weekend. And I'm like, wow, I need to be there. December comes and now I want to stay because there is a company's Thanksgiving. I want to go there and eat. And year comes, January comes, and wow, there's this big training they're promoting and they're saying there's a kickoff. And this guy is going to come, this guy is going to train. I will stay because there's a kickoff. So I'm saying after that kickoff, I'm quitting. I go to kickoff and my fire gets up again. What happens? Pizza, Tuesday. I stay because of the pizza. Alice can remember. I used to love pizza because it's something I didn't see for a very long time. For 18 years, I've never tasted that thing. Can you imagine? And now here it is. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is the most amazing thing I've tasted in the whole of my life. And I need to have more of it every single day. So I keep coming back because of this pizza day. You understand? You don't know what might retain them. So just have everything within your organization. Do you understand? Perfect. Somebody stays because there is this trip that's coming up. They just want to stay because they want to be there. They want to witness the event. They want to be present. They want to be part of it. So they will stay. You understand? Next, organize events. These I've already talked about. Business is built on relationship. Relationships are built with bonding, and bonding comes with events. Create powerful memories together. They will never want to leave. Retreats, charity events, luncheons, dinners, vacations, staycations, team buildings, gym sessions. If I get somebody in my team who loves working out, every time, bro, come, let's go do this. Because that's some good, perfect bonding time. You understand? Yes. Men and ladies get together, etc. Go dress, have the same outfit or have different outfits. Go for a photo shoot. Enjoy the time. Go for a staycation. All this will keep the bonding tight. You understand? Even if they love their cousin so much, yes, I love you, cousin, but you know what? There's this team bonding that I have to go because I have to see somebody. I have to see if Silole knows how to swim. I have to be there. I have this skill. I know I can lift better, so I have to go there because I want to show my upline. He's better at recruiting, but I'm better at lifting. So you want them to come there because you want them to show you skill that they have. They want to shine. And you know what you are doing as an upline, absolutely. You understand what I'm talking about? And after spending some time with them, maybe an year, after that year, they don't want to leave anymore. They think about all the memories, they think about all the things that you have done together, and they'll be like, I'm staying. You know what? The income is not there, but I'm staying. I'm not doing well. I'm in my valley of death, but I'm still staying. You understand? This also encourages them to make money because they wouldn't go to an event or to a luncheon or to anything if they don't make money. You understand? Perfect. And ask these leaders. They have spent a lot of money on events. They have spent a lot of money on dinners. They have spent a lot of money on these vacation days or on these, luncheons and these pizza days. So if you want to be mean and keep this money to you, you must return some money to yourself. Go call them for a pizza and pay. Only if it's convenient for you. You understand? But don't be stingy. That's why I tell most people. If you start making money in your business, stop increasing your lifestyle so fast. Maintain. Bring some money back to your business. And you'll appreciate how your business will grow fast. Next. So delegation, assign leader. After now they start growing, start assigning them leadership roles. Do as they watch, allow them to do as you watch, then they can do it by themselves. So you need to give them leadership roles, start telling them, host the meeting, come train this. Some of them are very good trainers, but the fact that you did not give them an opportunity to train, they won't train. I was a good closer, but I needed somebody to call me on stage, and that was Mr. Ronald Lagat. Let's give Ronald a round of applause. I remember when give Ronald a round of applause. Those people with friends. I wanted somebody to introduce me on stage, and one day when I was just at the door, guests are there, the room is full, leaders are standing at the back, and he said, there's a young guy here who is very vibrant, he's doing this and that. And my name followed, and I was here on stage. And I talked, I might have messed up, I don't know. I wanted to do a presentation, but until Moses one day called me and told me, go do product or go introduce me, I wouldn't have done it. That day, let me give you a story. So he told me to go and introduce the first speaker. And so, as leaders, you said they go outside because the room is full. True, not true. So they go outside the building. The office was on second floor. They were standing outside the building, and there's good sunlight out there, stories, and they're talking about their things. And they have sent me to introduce. So I introduce the first speaker, and these words follow my speech. And I say, if you think you're not going to stay until the end, please move out right now. Everybody, 3/4 of the room left. And they did not just leave, they left with chaos because they were leaving their seats, they were throwing their seats away, and they left. When they were down there, they were like, is fire happening up there? Has Joseph, is there something happening up there? And it was me. It was my first introduction. It was me introducing the first speaker. And I went on stage the second time, the third time, the fourth time. And I can tell you this, after that year, I was the best presenter in the office. On a Monday, when there was everybody in the team, the guy does not have good shoes. The guy is coming from Kiambu, so his shoes have brown mud, but they would trust me to do that compensation plan. But because I've practiced, I've listened other people do it, and I've proven to them that it can be done. So give them a chance. Give them a what? Give them a leadership role. You see somebody maybe has recruited or is very good at training, try them one day, tell them, tomorrow you'll hold the cell meeting for us. You're the one who's responsible to train. Just choose a topic that you like and come and train. They'll research, they'll go read every material, they'll go back to the materials that they've ever read before, and they'll come and they want to show you that they can train. And you'll absolutely love it because they do not want to fumble. And the next time they'll bring themselves, and now they will trust themselves to go and you know, after they do it, what do you do? Go and send them a message. You did very well. I didn't even expect that you could do this. But boy, you're a killer. You killed it. You know what does to them? They don't know to come and train again, and train again, and train again. And now they train their team, and again, and they'll improve their knowledge, and again, and again. And that's how you grow them. Next point. These are bonus points. Teach them on 3 things. When somebody comes to your mind, I want you to know that their mindset is broken, their belief system is also broken, and they don't know any skill. So your job is to help them change these 3 things: their mindset, their belief system, and their skill set. They follow respectively. If you give them more skills and their mindset is broken, they won't do anything with that skill. But you need to fix their mindset first, their belief first, and even if you don't have any skill, they will find out that skill by themselves because it's everywhere. If they want to learn how to prospect, there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of trainings, there's a lot of knowledge out there about prospect. There's a lot of books they can read about that same topic. So they need to begin working on their beliefs, and their brain may need to go through some very serious change in order for them to survive in our profession. Take care of who and what they listen to. Never be complacent, and I want you to know that it's a long-term business. So how do you control what they listen to? By giving them what to listen to every day. Did you ask them every day, did you listen to the audio I sent you yesterday? Did you listen to Matt Morris? Yes. Today I want you to listen to Jim Rohn. Go take this video. How to build a successful network marketing. Go listen to it. So they're already occupied. So they don't have time to go and type on YouTube, is this company true? Is company XYZ a scam? They don't have that time because you already have given them what? You've given them commitment. They have a 1 hour long video which you have to check tomorrow. And so they want to finish that hour-long video, and by the time they're finishing that, they're already sleepy. So they go to sleep. Tomorrow they come, upline, these are the notes. Then what do you do next? Give them another one. Go read this book. Do you know, by just helping a down and read the first 2 chapters of GoPro by Eric Corey, makes their mind change. You don't have to tell someone you need to quit your job, or you need to quit school, or you need to do this for you to come and do business full time. No. Expose them. And Eric Corey says blue collar, white collar, investments, and he convinces you that this is the right profession. In that book, Brian Caruthers does the same. He tries to prove to you that network marketing is the best profession. So if they read that book and they read his story in that book, what happens? They now want to do this in a massive way. True or not true? Perfect. Next. So I think I'm done with these points. So how to make them make a decision. So this is how you can move them from easy to quit to easy to success. So that's what you want. You want to move your downline from easy to quit to easy to success. Do this. If they sign up their first customer, they'll be easy to stay. If they get their first commission, it will be easy for them to stay. If they attend a big company event, it is easy for them to stay. How many of you, after you joined, you attended a big company event like me? When I attended the first company event, it was the company's daddy anniversary. I wasn't a person who had really made much in the business. You guys see the picture of me and Alex in that event with red t-shirts. Do you see that photo? Do you see that photo somewhere? Perfect, that was the photo. We were attending a company event, and do you know what I saw? You know, even from a background, I'm just a smart guy. I can tell you that for sure. Even in school, I was just really smart. So I came and sat at the front seat here during the first day of the event, and I listened to the whole training. I was inspired by Miko Imson. I was inspired by this guy was called Ariel, somebody. He came, shared his story, and I was really inspired. But the next day, I saw the number of people, and I saw the kind of recognition that was being done on stage. And from that day, I said, you see these faces I can see here? They're not even smarter than me, and I know I can beat them. And so I'm going home, and I'm going to do this. And I will only quit if I've proven to them that I can do it. Do you understand? And that is the feeling of those people when they finally come to an event. So take them to an event, and unlucky or luckily enough, the ticket was paid me by my upline. He paid the ticket to that event for me. I only could afford, it was about 3,000. I only could afford, I don't know, 1,500 or 1,800. My plane topped up, and he paid for me. If right now I only have 2,000 shillings, the ticket is 2,000, and I have a choice of me to go to that event or my new downline to go to that event, I will give that 2,000 to my downline to go to that event. Because I know when he comes out of that event, he's a beast now. He has learned a lot. And don't just go to events. Don't just let them go to events. Let them attend events. Let them be present at the events. Somebody can go to an event, but the whole of their time is spending their time outside the event, outside the room, or in the lobby, or chit-chatting with other people. Let them occupy these first front seats. And make that first front seat be important. Tell them, you see the first front seats, those are the people who understand this thing better. So you need to sit the first VIP seats, sit there. Don't sit at the back. You won't be able to capture the moments. Now again, or you can also ask them for photos. Tell them when you go to that event, I want you to take as many photos as possible. I'll ask you for the photos in the evening. If there's a top earner, go take a photo with them. I'll ask you for the photos in the evening. So they don't want to be in the event, they don't want to go and see this top earner and take a photo with them. So they can tell you upline. I took a photo with Moses, I took a photo with Kevin, I took a photo with Kulen. Luckily enough, I had a photo with the management and it was nice. And that one will help them, move from the easy to quit to easy to stay. Then making friends inside the organization. Let them make friends, introduce them to other people. That's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. Tell them, you see, this guy is called this guy, and take his number, share the numbers, and you guys are connected. So they can see their status, they can talk about them. Sometimes there's some issues, they can't talk to you as an upline, but they'll talk to someone else. You understand? And somebody will come tell me, you say, Joseph, your downline is complaining, your downline is saying this, can you kindly fix it? And I go and I fix it because I expose them to other people and I let them make friends within the organization and within the team. So this new person, when you go to an event, don't just go to an event, you have a new downline and you're just staying there. Introduce them to everybody. Let them, if they're online, let them be on a call with more people. And they would have more reasons why they need to stay. Hello? But let me give a disclaimer. Only introduce your downlines to people who you trust and people who you think they are ethical with business. You might introduce them to other people, and immediately those people quit, your downline quits also. So don't just introduce them to anybody because it's a friend and you want them to make friends. No. Introduce them to people who you yourself you admire, who you want to be friends with, who yourself you admire their aura and how they do the business and their belief system and everything. Hello? Perfect. Now, so if you introduce them to the next new person in the team, what happens? Whatever they chit chat, whatever they discuss, is like, do you think this is gonna work? Do you think no? And you don't want that conversation to go on in their head. So not true. Perfect. Now again, proclaiming their intentions to the world. If somebody comes to your team and they hide their status from everybody, and you're the only person who sees that, they have not proclaimed their intentions to the world, let them tell the world that I'm becoming a billionaire. Even if they have nothing. You understand? I told this to my cousin, and I told my cousin when I got started, I'm going to become a millionaire. She kept telling me, when that advert of Mokeo Herbal Clinic, you remember? You know that advert for Mokeo Herbal Clinic? Ananiambia, niyo kampuni yenyu. Yes, I'm a little pissed, but I already proclaimed that I'm going to become a millionaire. What do you think happens to me when I go to their home? Do you think they think about Mokeo again? Anytime I go there, do you know what happens? Say, buy me credit, take me to KFC. Relax. I'm still selling the drugs you said I'm selling. I'm still the herbal guy that you said I'm selling herbals. I'm still that guy. So you want to eat money from herbals? Very interesting. The next thing is getting promoted to a new level. That's why we have sophomore. Just make a poster for them, sophomore, silver executive, all these small, small ranks. Let them have them, recognize them, make a poster, post them on your status. Let them feel okay, post them on all the groups as if they're the first person that they have done it, because it is their first time to become a sophomore. So don't think it's obvious because it's obvious to you. No, it's obvious to them. It's not obvious to them. The next thing is being recognized for some sort of achievement. Recognize them for everything they have achieved, including them having a new suit. If they have a new suit, call them off the stage and tell them, this guy looks amazing. Let's give this guy a round of applause. I remember when this guy came here, he couldn't even know how to comb his hair. Look at how nice he looks like. Let's give this guy a round of applause. And that is enough recognition for you to move them from easy to quit to easy to stay. Next. So determine, no, this one is for you as a leader. You need to determine the serve as need. You see, people deserve your time, not because of what they say, it's because of what they do, because of what they have proven to you. When you have spent time with them and you can't see them making any progress, call them out. Tell them, you see, I've been coaching you for 90 days and you're not presenting. I taught you how to recruit, you're not inviting. I taught you how to invite effectively, but you still don't have a guest. What's your problem? What do you think is your challenge? Let them explain. But if all they have is excuses and reasons that don't even make sense to you, please raise another baby. I can give you permission to do that now. Because nobody would want their child to stay in class 1 for 3 years. Who would want that? You pay school fees for your child, a teacher teaches that child very well, but the child still fails the exams every year for 2 years. Ako class 1, class 1, class 1, class 1. Unaendelea kulipa fees kinoti. Unamwambia shule hata unatoka. Silipi tena. Kaa nyumbani ukiamua utasoma uso. Now this is your new leader in your team. You have coached them, you have tried to, but they're not taking any action. Please pay that school fees for another different baby, because this baby has refused to grow. You understand? But ensure that they know that is your intention. So don't just ghost them at I'm leaving her or I'm leaving him. No, tell them this is what has been going on. This is what we have been doing. And you have not been showing me whatever I was actually expecting from you. And from now on, when you have a problem, call me. When you have anything you want to learn from me, call me. But you're never going to receive a call from me, because you know what? I need to go and invest that time to someone else. When you tell them that, they will go reflect on who they are or on what they want, and they will come back with concrete reasons, or we just let them go, because sometimes you need to let some people go, because you can't just keep everybody. They don't deserve your time at this point. They only want your time. You understand? So Jim Rohn said that one day he told his team that he's going to ensure they succeed even if he dies. He almost died. You understand? So you're not there to die for them. You're there to teach them, so they go and do. And they need to show you that they are responsible and they are interested with building their life. You're just a resource for them. So give your time and attention to those who need you. Work with those who, through their actions, deserve your time. You understand? So you need to set some time also for your own personal production. And if you keep on saying that you're going to die for them, you won't achieve much in your business and you won't raise much of a people in your organization. Next, I think I'm coming to an end, and balancing prospecting and training. So no matter how big your business is, always recruit. Never go into management mode. So don't say, I'm in my, mentorship period, I'm mentoring. You're nobody's mentor. You're just helping them. You understand? You're not in a payroll called mentorship. So that's not your main job. Your main job is to set an example and just call the attention that this is the example I'm setting for you. And you also need to set the same example. So reserve your time for you and your personal recruiting, and demonstrate productivity, and always stay in phase 1, which is in the income producing activity And that is always recruiting. Keep recruiting, keep adding, keep building new legs, keep launching new downlines, keep launching new leaders, and you'll always be at your A game. Those people who don't launch their leaders, that's how you can see a difference in their income. An income goes from 200 to 100 within a month. It's like it's a thunder or lightning. It's not thunder or lightning. You're not in the trenches. You're not in the productivity mode. If you're actually in productivity mode, that wouldn't happen. If a plane is moving at a certain speed, it has what is called momentum. And even if one engine fails, that plane will not come down immediately. It will still keep moving at that same speed for a certain distance. So keep your momentum high. Keep your engines rolling. Keep the speed high. You understand? No rest. This is not the world that we came here to rest. We didn't come here to rest. We came here to work, have beautiful experiences, and leave this world a better place than how we found it. So if you want to make money and rest, I'm sorry. I thought that was financial freedom. That was not. Financial freedom is still working and loving what you do, but still doesn't feel like working. You understand? Because can you imagine having a team in 20 countries and you can all visit those 20 countries every year by driving or by plane? Is that really working? No. No. You're seeing the world. You understand? That's why when we go to other countries to launch our business, we don't write we are going there to work. We don't get a work permit from those or a business permit. What do we get? A traveling permit. We are here to travel. I'm in Zambia to travel. I came here to travel, but still I'll do presentation, but still I will make money, but still I'll support my team. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you think Mike gets a business permit when he comes to the country? He gets a travel permit. He's here to travel. But still, money rolls into his bank account by what he's doing when coming here. True or not true? Good. Next. The last thing I can tell you is make the difference. Make the what? Make the difference. Be part of that difference. Engage yourself in that difference. Because if it's going to happen, it's going to be who? If it's going to happen, it's going to be who? If you're going to fail, it's going to be who? The mountain is you. It's your responsibility, and it's your responsibility 100% to make this happen. Other people around you, your environment might be involved, but let me tell you this, what matters the most is what happens within you. So take care of that intentionally and move with determination towards the goal and the dream that you have. I'm so honored and excited to coach each and every one of you here today. It is my pleasure that I've been able to share what I've learned about duplication in the last 10 years I've been here. And I'm excited. And I want you one day to say that you have a beautiful team or you have a good team because I shared with you a point that totally changed your life and the shape of your business. Thank you so much and see you guys in the next. Ciao.